Fun ideas. How many of you have watched a butterfly from the moment you spotted it until the moment it disappears? That's right, I said disappears, because when a butterfly lands, if it folds its wings, it's as thin as a human hair. And if it positions itself just so, it's going to be almost completely invisible. Now, I've had this happen several times, okay? One time was within a year, maybe within 18 months, but shortly after the death of my wife in 2007. I was mowing the yard in the front yard of my house in Texas with the lawnmower, and it gets hot there. And I started to think that if my wife was here, she'd want me to go inside and take a break and get a drink, because she was always running outside, giving me a drink of water, and then laughing because I get grumpy because I don't want to stop until I'm finished. Sometimes that lawnmower, if I shut it off, it's difficult to start again. So once I get it started, I want to do the whole yard entirely. I don't want to stop. And she gets worried about me because I would perspire a lot in the heat, and so she'd want to make sure that I was hydrated. So anyway, she'd passed away, and I was doing the yard, and the house is empty, and all of a sudden I start thinking about her, and I shut off the mower, and I decide to go inside to get a drink. And right then, my neighbor decided he had a question he wanted to ask me, or a favor he wanted to ask me. He started to walk over and talk to me, and then he spotted a butterfly flying around me. And he commented, "Hey, look at that butterfly." And then the butterfly disappeared. And he was like astonished that that butterfly disappeared. He kept looking behind me and in front of me. Where did that butterfly go? And I was kind of laughing, like I knew that a butterfly just disappears. Butterflies fly in and out of our dimension all the time. I'm convinced of this because I've seen them just disappear. Now, it's possible that they could land and align themselves just so they're invisible. It's possible. But I don't think so. I think what's going on here is someone that's passed away has been given a window to re-enter this world for a moment because they have a concern. Okay? They have a concern about you, and they want to check up and make sure you're okay. Okay? That's my belief. So I think that God, or whoever's in charge up there of these kinds of arrangements, allows them to come back for a moment as a butterfly. And they can fly around you and make sure that you're doing okay. And then, boom, that's it. They're taken back into the next world. Okay? Now, here's another idea I've had because of COVID, because of this craziness with coronavirus. Everybody's still wearing a mask here in the Philippines. I know most of the world has moved beyond that, but here in the Philippines they're still wearing masks. And I just get a creepy feeling sometimes that the person behind that mask that's looking at me from the third floor of the mall is my buddy from the fire department that just passed away last year. And I'll see him out of the corner of my eye, and he's looking at me, and he sees that I see him, and then he turns away and walks away and disappears. Okay? Now, I've had that several times with my dad, with my wife that passed away in 2007, and with a friend of mine that passed away last year from COVID in 2020. Just seeing them with a mask, partially hidden. And then seeing somebody on a bus that's driving by that's stopped at a stoplight, and you're walking by, and all of a sudden, for some reason, you get a feeling, and you glimpse up, and you see somebody at the window of the bus watching you, and then the bus drives away. Okay, so that's another example, I think, of somebody being given a window to re-enter the world because maybe they just want you to know that they're thinking about them. Or maybe they just want to check up on you, make sure you're doing okay. Or maybe they just want to communicate something to let you know, hey, you know what? There is a world out here after death. Maybe something as simple as that. Or maybe they want you to be at rest, knowing that, hey, you know what? I'm doing okay. Don't worry about me. Something like that. So these brief glimpses from a distance where you're helpless, you can't do anything. You're not going to shout out, you know. You're just going to catch a glimpse of them, and then they're going to disappear, walk away into the crowd. Okay, so that's two ideas I had of a chance that you might be given to re-enter the world after you pass away. If you have concerns, if you have some kind of something that's weighting you down that you need to take care of in order for you to pass fully into the beyond, you know? So anyway, that's a little teaser there into a couple of short stories that I'm writing. Actually, there's 3 chapters in this. 3 different windows that you're being offered if you have something that's weighing you down, preventing you from freely entering the next world. Something that's weighing you down here that you can take care of real quick. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that. And it's a fun thing to think about when you see a butterfly or you hear a bird singing. You can't really see where that bird is, or you see somebody at a glimpse. Just fun thoughts. Take care. Hope you're doing well.